Perhaps you will open this book and find solace during a time of consternation, or perhaps it will serve a use for you like that of a roadmap for a nation that is no longer idling. That is a quote by Tracy K. Smith, and that's from the preface of my object today, which is this book right here. So today, we will talk about my object. We will talk about what it is, how it came into my possession, and the value that it holds for me. My object is a book called There's a Revolution Outside, My Love, Letters from a Crisis. And this is a book edited by Tracy K. Smith and John Freeman. As you can see on the outside, it has a whole bunch of different names written into this fist in orange, holding up a flower, which I think is representative of protests of the 60s and other protests that have gone on throughout the years. Of course, just like many books, it has a little description on the back, its barcode and price over here, the publishing company, and some quotes from people who have read the book and giving their opinions on it. The book itself is filled with poems, short stories, and news editorials having to do with life in the United States over the last few years. There are things in here that are political. There are things in here that are COVID driven, things that have to do with immigration and experiences of those who are maybe persons of color or disenfranchised, or those that are maybe on the lower rungs of the socioeconomic ladder. So that's the book. I am going to tell you just a little bit about how I got it. Actually, I was cleaning out my desk over the holiday, and I found a Barnes & Noble gift card that I think was a stocking stuffer from Christmas about 7 years ago. I thought I had lost it, and I found it in my desk. Thought I'd see if it still had the money on it or if it still worked, so I went to Barnes & Noble. And I looked around and found several books, and this one just kind of stood out to me as something that might be a good read, but also to give me some insight into other people's lives. And so I picked it up. I ended up having plenty of money on that gift card, and I went ahead and purchased this along with 3 other books. So the reason that this is valuable to me is because it represents 2 things. One, it represents the gift of a family member who gave that Christmas card to me that I thought I had lost and I found. But 2, it represents kind of spreading out my own awareness and knowledge of other people's experiences, especially in our current times. So today, we've talked about what my object is, how it came into my possession, and its value to me. And I'm going to end with that quote. Perhaps you will open this book and find solace during a time of consternation, or perhaps it will serve a use for you like a roadmap for a nation that is no longer idling.